going to get started in the kitchen, and first up is organizing all of our tumblers. If you remember, I previously did a full cabinet declutter, and this is the spot where I stored all of my tumblers. I knew even then that I wanted a better system for them, so I took some time to research the perfect organization solution for this space, and I did find something that I really love, but I had to modify it slightly since it was a bit too tall for the cabinet. Everything that I'm sharing with you today was purchased by me. None of this is sponsored. I'll also link everything down below in case you are looking for something similar.
I'm an expert at overthinking things that I shouldn't. You come across as a cool guy, someone is the opposite.
As I mentioned, this was too tall for this cabinet, and I was actually extremely bummed. I wanted it to work out. Luckily, I was able to modify it, so I just separated it out into two pieces. I'll be putting one piece on one side of the cabinet and then the other piece on the other side. That wasn't what I had planned, but I figured this was better than what it was looking like before. So apparently I have a problem here. I am missing a lot of tops. This is actually a newer cup. I mean, it's quite obvious. It has cute bows on it, but I don't know where the top is. Actually, I just found it. So here it is. This is the top to it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. The only thing with this one is that I can't take the straw out. So it's small enough to where I can fit it into that space without having to take off the straw. I honestly don't even remember if my Yeti cup has a top. Obviously it did at some point, but I've had this cup for so long. I've had it since I lived in Arizona, and I don't know where the top is. So I'll definitely be on the hunt so I can complete my cups and put the tops on. But my husband was telling me that we have a bunch of Starbucks cups in the back stored away still, and he really wants to take those out. He is such the coffee person. He's actually my barista here at home. So anyways, he wants to take those out, so he was looking forward to me working on this particular project here. I'm actually going to be moving this into my coffee bar. It does not need to be here, so that's going to get moved. And I mean, it looks a lot better. I was hoping that the height was perfect. That way I can possibly purchase another organizer and put it onto the other side to have more storage. But it looks like that's not going to happen. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as is. Maybe we'll find another solution later. Or perhaps I can move this little setup here into my pantry area. I know the shelving there is pretty large also, so who knows, maybe I will do that in the future, but for now it's going to stay like this. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around so you can see what it is looking like. I know I said I was going to get rid of one of these, but I have not done so just yet. I actually like drinking water out of them and out of both of them. Sometimes I have a cup of water and then I'll have a cup of whatever supplement I'm drinking, my greens, my chlorophyll, my beets. I drink beets too. So sometimes I'll have more than one cup out. So I've kind of held on to those for now. This cup my husband just purchased when he went to Buc-ee's. So that's fairly new. The kids like to use these when they go and do things outside of the house. Like Ileana uses it when she goes to volleyball. My husband likes to drink out of these too, but I'm not sure if we need two of the same. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. And then this over here, this is my Yeti cup, and then this is Ileana's as well. She also uses that when she goes to volleyball. Just depending on what's clean and available is what she grabs. This is my newest cup, and then my mother-in-law gave me this for Christmas. and it says Partners in Crime. It's personalized. It has our names on it. Yes, that is my name. I actually have not used it. Sometimes whenever I like something so much, I won't use it. I think it's very thoughtful when people give you personalized gifts. For example, here I'm wearing leopard, and she knows that I love touches of leopard. And I'm wearing glasses. I love big sunglasses. So it's really cute. So this is all that this cabinet is getting. I did order another piece to put into the cabinets to help organize the straws. So let me go ahead and get that. Hi friends, I thought I'd take a little break and sit outside. It is a beautiful day. Where I live, it is extremely windy. Days that are not windy, you have to come out and enjoy them. Aside from that, the weather is absolutely perfect. And so it just seemed fitting to come out and talk to you about today's video sponsor. This brand is Otter Spirit, and they actually sent me 3 bracelet packs. I've shared 2 with you in the month of February and March. The first month I shared with you the New Beginnings bracelet pack. The second month, which was March, I shared with you the Self-Love bracelet pack. I did not share these in any particular order, but I definitely saved the best for last. Otter Spirit is a brand out of Monterey Bay, California. It is a small family-owned business. They make the most beautiful natural gemstone bracelets, and I've noticed recently that they're branching out into necklaces too. Otter Spirit also gives back to sea otters. Sea otters were on the brink of extinction, and so through conservation efforts and businesses like Otter Spirit giving back, the sea otter population is starting to rebuild and flourish again. Otter Spirit gives back $1 for every bracelet sold. So back to the bracelets, I saved the best for last. So the last bracelet pack is the family pack. I think it's evident through my videos and through my channel that my family means the world to me. I absolutely love my family. They are my reason. They are my reason for everything. I've always told them since they were really little a saying in Spanish, and it goes, "Tú eres mi todo." They don't speak Spanish, but they know what that means. That means you are my everything. And so that is why I chose the family pack, my little family that my husband and I have created. They mean the world to me, and I will forever do anything and everything that I need to do for them. That will never change. So I highly recommend you try out Otter Spirit, if not for a gift, for yourself. You will love it. And they have given me a 20% off discount code to share with you. So I'll go ahead and link that down below along with their website. With that said, let's go ahead and get back into the video. Next up is the straw organizer. I really wanted to keep everything in one centralized spot, and although I already have a drawer for straws, it's just not very functional, and you'll see why very shortly. I did splurge a little on this item because I specifically wanted it in black. The white versions were a bit more affordable, but since this is something I plan to use for a long time, I wanted to make sure I really loved how it looked. I'd rather invest now than end up replacing it later because I didn't like it. As you can see, this was super easy to install. You did not have to make holes in the cabinet. I really loved the ease of the installation. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these. None of them have the plastic bumper protector for our teeth, and I do not want to have any chipped teeth in our house. So those are going to go. So here's what that ended up looking like, and I love it. I think it's a great use of lateral space. I was able to clear out that drawer. There's no more straws in there. It's a little hard to open, and let me show you why. It's hard to open because we have these handles here. So anytime it opens, it kind of hits right there. You can see there's a piece of paint missing. So I have to pull it to the side and it'll open up. When we moved into this house, it didn't have any pulls. So we put these in ourselves, and then we noticed that that was an issue. I left these there to clean out the straws, and those will just stay sitting in here. That's fine. but the straws will be in a much better place. Next up was Mikey's room, and let me tell you, it definitely needed some serious organization. I recently did a quick tidy up in here, which I shared with you, and one thing that stood out was the number of hats scattered everywhere. I knew I needed to find a centralized spot for them. I have been trying to get creative with unused areas like behind the doors, inside closets, anywhere I can make the most of a space. I came across a door-mounted organizer that looked perfect for this project, super easy to install, and I'm excited to give it a try. Also, just a little side note, I am not organizing or cleaning Mikey's room today. I am just working on specific projects because I know when I come back and do a big organization of his bedroom, since this part will already be done, everything else will come together so much more quickly and smoothly. Definitely turn your blinders on to the other parts of his bedroom.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, a fancy car. You're insatiable. You just want more. Climbing mountains, crushing your goals. But you put your happiness on hold. Still waiting to start living. You need to know you're beautiful. You're perfect just like you are. Release your control, start to let go. Take a night off and let yourself go a little crazy.
I also wanted to install a behind the door rack because the wall mounted rack they have is completely full and cluttered, and you can see it there behind me. So adding a rack behind the door would give them a little extra space and keep things hidden and out of sight.
Live your life like you're winning. You don't need no pressure in it. You've been struggling too long. Now it's time to move on. And tell the truth like you mean it. Listen to yourself and hear it. And you'll start to remember how to surrender. You need to know you're beautiful. You're perfect just like you are. Release your control, start to let go. Take a night off and let yourself go a little crazy. Crazy, crazy. Release your control, let your body go a little crazy. Just crazy.
The hat organizer came with 2 straps, and I did not want to put the second strap on the back of the door. There was a lot going on there already, but the only reason why I'm okay with it is because it's going to be hidden when the door is open and nobody's going to see what is behind that door. So my husband suggested that I put the second strap on the closet. I'm going to test it out. I honestly don't think I want to see anything on the closet door, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to take his suggestion, bring it to life, and then we'll just sit with it and monitor the situation for a little bit. We did talk about other ways to make this over the door contraption work. We thought about maybe drilling it to the wall. As you notice, it has little hoops down there that you can use to drill into a wall. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes in the future, but for now, this is where it's going to sit.
Bring me down, whatever. Call me off whenever. I got time whenever now. You look great, however. This can't wait for the better. Let us talk forever now. Cause baby, you and I, we lay awake at night, trying to find a light to keep this fire alive.
Everything looks so much better. I am absolutely thrilled with the final result. And I know this was a small change, but it's definitely something that is extremely impactful. So I love it. I bet you thought that I was going to forget to clean this register, or that I should clean this register. And even though this wasn't an organization project, I felt like it's something that I just could not turn my back to. I needed to get it cleaned. So here we are, getting it nice and clean. Next up is Ileana's room. As you can see, she has the same issue going on her wall-mounted rack. It's overly cluttered, and every time I walk in there, it drives me a little bit crazy. So I also bought her an over-the-door hook. She picked it. It is absolutely adorable. So we're going to go ahead and get this installed.
Yeah, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down till I burn out. I just wanna live fast, I don't wanna look back and say I could've done more than I did now. Sometimes it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard when you grow up. People fill you with doubt, you start thinking about what you're gonna do now. But we only got one chance and got one life to live. And it's do or die, gotta make it count, so lose your worries. Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down. I ain't never gonna slow down.
So here is the final look. It looks so much better. Again, this was a small change, but it is so impactful. And I know Ileana appreciates it too, because now she's able to hang her backpack on the wall hook, which is something she was not able to do before. The next change is something I've been envisioning for a while now, so I needed my husband's help with this. We are going to be installing a floating shelf above Ileana's record player, and that's going to hold her records. This will clear up the space on top of her record player, and then the floating shelf will make it appear as if her record is artwork. I'll be doing this in Mikey's room too, but not today because I'm not sure exactly where the final resting place of his record player is going to be, and so I need to make sure of that before I install something onto the wall.
Cuando dice que me quieres, no sé, que estás con otras mujeres, no sé. Ese nudo en la garganta me acompaña. Yo no soy boba y sé que me engañas. Estás loco llamándome.
The next area I want to work on is the drawer in my coffee bar. I recently shared a video where I added a new piece of furniture that I had stored away, and it ended up fitting perfectly. At that time, I organized the drawer with whatever I had on hand, but while I was cleaning out my garage looking for my Easter decor, I found this organizer, and I had bought it several years back specifically for this purpose. So now I'm finally going to get to use it in the way that it is intended. So let's go ahead and get this done. Now that I've removed all the organization pieces from the drawer, I'll be able to reuse them for other projects. And here they are, and there are quite a few of them. This new organization piece works so much better in this space. It really streamlines the look and makes everything feel a lot more clean and put together. And this is everything that I worked on. These were areas where it was clear what needed to be done to make them better, and so I am so happy that I finally tackled them. I will list everything down below that I used to get organized in case you're interested in using any of these items for your home. Also too, don't forget to check out Otter Spirit. They are hosting a Mother's Day sale, and I believe you can get up to 30% off of your purchase. I will see you all in the next one. Hugs!